Before this courtroom session ended, a powerful young attorney would lose his client, his career, and nearly his dignity. But none of that is what broke him. What broke him was the moment a judge looked at him and said, "You are not self-made, Mr. Carter." And everyone turned to look at the woman in the third row. Daniel Carter was 28 years old, youngest junior partner at one of Manhattan's most prestigious law firms. Corner office, penthouse apartment, Rolex, perfect suits, perfect diction. He had spent 10 years polishing every edge of himself, 10 years removing the parts that didn't fit. And that morning, he saw the one thing he couldn't polish away: his mother. Margaret Carter sat in the third row, old floral church dress, worn purse clutched in both hands, shoes that had been resoled twice. She lived in the same small Queens apartment Daniel grew up in. She still worked housekeeping jobs 3 days a week, even though Daniel sent her money. Not because she needed to, but because, in her words, "Work keeps me grateful." Daniel visited her. Birthdays, major holidays, but never work events, never firm dinners, never public victories. He called once a week, sent flowers on Mother's Day. He was a good son, just not a proud one. He had asked her not to come today. She came anyway, because she had never missed anything important in his life. Not kindergarten graduation, not debate finals, not law school graduation. And she wasn't missing this. Courtroom fills, executives, developers, senior partners. Then, Sarah Chen leans over. "Is that your cleaning lady?" It's a quiet question, but loud enough. Daniel pauses half a second too long. "Just someone I know." Margaret hears it. She doesn't look up. She has heard worse. She has cleaned offices where people discussed her in the third person. She folds her hands tighter, makes herself smaller, like she's done her whole life. Daniel feels it, and hates that he feels relief when she doesn't wave. Daniel's client, Richard Westbrook, luxury developer. He's suing a neighborhood community center blocking his project. Across the aisle, elderly residents, low-income families, one overwhelmed legal aid attorney. Daniel dismantles them. He's sharp, controlled, surgical. He speaks about economic progress, structural inefficiency, redevelopment value. He never once says, "This building helps people like my mother," because that would mean admitting people like his mother still exist in his world. Then the defense calls a witness, an elderly widow. She testifies how the center helped her find cleaning work after her husband died. "I was embarrassed at first," she says softly, "but work is work, and it fed my son." Daniel feels his stomach tighten. He doesn't look back. He doesn't need to. He already knows what he'll see. During recess, Margaret watches her son laugh politely with executives. She notices he never glances at her. She tells herself, "He's focused. He's important now. This is his world." She adjusts her collar in the reflection of the courtroom window. She almost leaves. She doesn't want to complicate his life. She never has. When he was 15 and asked her not to attend a school banquet because she'd be tired from work, she understood what he meant. She didn't go. When he shortened Danny to Daniel, she practiced it alone in the kitchen. She has always adapted to his rising world, always quietly, never demanding space. When closing argument session started, Daniel stands, prepared, poised, ready to win. He sees the defendants. Then, he sees his mother's purse in her lap. That same purse she carried when she worked night shifts. He remembers her hands bleeding from chemicals. He remembers her falling asleep at the kitchen table. He remembers promising, I'll make it so you never have to clean again. And suddenly, winning feels ugly. He stops mid-sentence. Your Honor, I need a moment. He turns to his client. We should settle, incorporate the center, fund it. Westbrook stares at him. What do you mean? You're fired, he whispers. You just ended your career. Daniel nods. I know. Client storms out. Whispers explode. Margaret feels panic rise in her chest. This is her fault. She shouldn't have come. She grips her purse. Maybe if she leaves, maybe it will fix something. Judge Evelyn Harper calls order. She studies Daniel, not with anger, with recognition. Mr. Carter, she begins. Before this trial started, I noticed something. There was total silence. I noticed how you avoided looking at the woman in the third row. Daniel's breath stops. I don't know your full story, she continues. But I do know what it looks like when someone is running from their origin. The room is frozen. When I was younger, the judge says, I had a brother. She pauses. He was brilliant. First in our family to attend medical school. He changed the way he spoke, the way he dressed, the way he introduced us. She swallows. He stopped bringing our father to events because my father was a mechanic. Grease under his nails, rough hands. The courtroom is silent. My father died believing he had embarrassed his son. Daniel feels something shatter. My brother became very successful, the judge continues, but he never forgave himself. She looks directly at Daniel. Success without gratitude is hollow. Then, she says it. You are not self-made, Mr. Carter. She doesn't cry. She doesn't lecture. She simply adds, be careful what you sacrifice to feel accepted. Margaret stands halfway. She will leave quietly. She will not let him fall further because of her. Daniel sees it. He sees her preparing to disappear. Again, the way she disappeared from banquets, from networking dinners, from conversations he redirected. He walks toward her. Each step echoes. His pride screams at him to stop. He stops in front of her. She looks up, worried. Danny, she says softly. He doesn't correct her. I thought, if I looked like them, they'd accept me. Her eyes fill. They would have, she whispers. And so would I. His voice breaks. I was scared they'd see you and think I didn't belong. She reaches up and touches his face. The room feels like it might split open. He kneels, not for drama, not for forgiveness, but because he is tired of standing above the woman who carried him. I'm so sorry, he whispers. She pulls him in, firm, certain. My son, she says quietly in his ear. I was never ashamed of you, not once. He breaks, and this time, she doesn't shrink. She doesn't make herself smaller. She holds him like she did when he was 5, and the courtroom watches a powerful man become a son again. Sometimes the thing we're running from is the very thing that built us. Sometimes success isn't about rising above your past. It's about honoring it. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, the hands that built your future should never be the hands you hide.